Alright, so I thought I would film myself getting ready tonight because I'm going out for dinner. It's I don't usually go out to like fancy dinners, but it's Tobias's birthday. Although by the time you see this, his birthday would have been a bit back. Actually, I'm still not 100% sure if you will ever see this because for reasons I will get into as I put on my makeup, I thought I would just film myself getting ready and chit chat to you guys. So I'm planning to do kind of a smoky cranberry look today. So I'm just going to do my foundation first. Today I'm using the Lancome Teint Visionnaire for no reason other than that's the one I'm trying to finish up right now. I'm about halfway through it and I am determined to try and finish it. I usually take 2 pumps and I'm going to put that all over my face. Foundation is down. Now I'm going to do a brightener to brighten up my under eyes. I'm looking at the camera and I feel like maybe my camera's on too light at the moment. Let me just adjust the camera. I think something's wrong. Just adjusted the lighting a little bit. I thought I was like really blown out, but I still look really bright, but I think it's because I have a lot of lights on at the moment. So I'm going to take this Bobbi Brown brightener. I think I'm almost finished actually. I can kind of see it collecting at the bottom, but it's just the tinted eye brightener, the one I love so much that I talk about all the time, and I'm just going to brighten up my under eyes. I just blended it out with a beauty blender. Now I'm going to be taking some translucent powder just to bake my under eyes, just so I don't have to worry about it creasing throughout the night. So I'm going to try and powder the rest of my face and then I'm going to move on to the eyes. While I do that, I can actually talk to you guys about what's bothering me and why I'm not sure this video will ever go live. Basically, my beauty channel was suspended this morning. I found out when I woke up in the morning and I tried to open up the YouTube app just to watch some videos because I do that on weekends when I laze around in bed and just catch up on some YouTube videos, and it said that I had an authorization error, that I couldn't log in. I thought that was weird, and because I work in IT, I'm like always suspicious when any app starts to act up. I always wonder whether I've been hacked or stuff like that. Like I don't, especially when it's asking me to log in again, I was like, I don't know if I want to log in again because is somebody monitoring my app to get my login details? Like, I'm that sort of suspicious. So I wasn't really sure, and I thought instead of logging in, I would Google for my account just to see if it would come up. So I Googled for it and it didn't come up. Instead, what I saw was account has been suspended due to multiple violations or copyright violations or community guide violations. It was a very generic message, and I'll be honest, I freaked out just a little bit when I saw that. Like, I didn't say anything because Tobias was with me obviously, but I could literally feel my heart sink the minute I saw that because I had no idea what had happened. Now I was wondering if my account got hacked and something like that, because I have never gotten a strike on YouTube. I've never gotten a copyright strike, and I've never gotten a community guideline strike in my entire life across all my channels, because I feel like the content I make is pretty G-rated. Let's just be honest here. I just talk about makeup. It's pretty superficial. So I automatically thought that I had got hacked. I just didn't think it would be anything else. So I'm gonna move on to the eyes. I'm gonna use this eye primer by Stila. So I went to my inbox because I figured if it was an official suspension, then I should have gotten some sort of email. I checked my inbox and all I have is a single auto-generated email from YouTube, and all it says is that my account had been suspended due to multiple community guide violations. And then it went into the very generic that I could have been uploading discriminatory content, pornography, racist content, just the general content that I would not even fathom to bring into my channels at all. I mean, that sort of content is not even in my normal life outside of YouTube, let alone my YouTube life, which I have a little bit more control over curating. I can't speak right now, but you know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, okay, and that was it. Like, I thought the message would at least have, this video was flagged for this reason, or this video was like, there was no listing of the video, there was nothing specific to what my channel had done wrong. It was basically an auto-generated email, and that really pissed me off. Like, I'm getting all upset. But I think it's justifiable to feel this upset because I have been uploading on my main channel for on and off, granted, but I started the account back in 2009. I started uploading to YouTube 2011, and all I do are makeup tutorials. I do makeup related stuff, fashion, vlogging, just very generic G rated stuff. I don't think I ever even go into PG rated stuff. Maybe, I don't know. And I feel like I've been very consistent and loyal to YouTube, and I felt like I didn't even have a chance to argue back. Like the email didn't even have a link for me to contest it, to appeal. It was just a blanket email and that was the end of it. And I didn't get emotional in the sense that I didn't cry. Like I haven't cried or anything over it, but it's like you have that moment when it's like, wow, a good 6 years of really dedicated emotional content that I created, that I really put my heart into, gone. Just like that. All the comments, all the wonderful messages from you guys, gone. And I have no keepsake, I have nothing of it. And I think that kind of hit me. I'm rambling, I gotta move on to my makeup, otherwise I'm not gonna get ready in time. I'm taking the plunge because I don't usually use my nice fancy palettes. I always like to use my not so fancy palettes. But I'm taking this today. This is the Jill Stewart, and it is in Lady Velour Ribbon. Looks like this. Jill Stewart palettes are one of those palettes that I just never want to use because I just want to stare at them because they're so pretty and they're so perfect and they're so expensive. So that's a big reason why I don't like using them, because I just want to keep them to stare at them. But I'm trying to train myself to not feel that way about inanimate objects, and that I feel like objects are here to be used. Not necessarily. Sometimes objects are there to be stared at and admired, like paintings, and for me, I kind of treat handbags as art. But I shouldn't feel scared to use this if I want to use this, and I kind of want to use this. I'm going to take this shade, whatever shade that is, there's no names for the shades, take this shade into my crease, and I'm actually going to take off all the translucent powder because I feel like it's been there for a while. But you know what really bothered me the most about the whole thing? Is how violated I felt. Just instantly like that, my whole channel has just disappeared. Just like that. I don't get a chance to defend myself. I didn't even have strikes to like at least justify it. At least I knew why I was going to get suspended, because I'd have strikes against me. There were no emails, there's nothing. All I see is my account's gone and I get a very generic email. So it's not even personalized, so I don't even know what I've done. I don't even know if I've done anything and this is just a really bad mistake. But if it is a really bad mistake, there's no going back. It's not like YouTube are gonna be reviewing this and be like, oh right, this makeup channel that, you know, is really very fluffy and doesn't really talk about anything controversial, we wrongfully suspended that. Like, I have to go and now figure out what to do, even though I didn't do anything wrong. At least in this moment right now, I don't feel like I've done anything wrong because I don't know what it is that I'm being penalized for. You know what the really sad thing is that I think that even if my channel came back up, I don't know if I would ever be told what went wrong. I feel like the channel would just come back up and it would be just back to business as usual, and that really sucks. And I think it's making me do a lot more reflection as to where I allocate my time. Because I have hooded eyes, I always put the color a little bit just above my crease. And I do find it weird that I'm using a shimmery shade as my official contour shade. But I'm gonna go with it and just see how it turns out. I feel like I've got nothing to lose at this point. What I've done so far. So I ended up having to Google what happens when your YouTube account gets terminated, because I had no idea what happens, and I can't find anything on YouTube itself. Like, it's all about content creation, it talks about community guidelines, and that's it. I couldn't find anything, so I had to Google it in the end. And there's an appeals form that you can submit to try and get your account reinstated, or at least to appeal the decision. So that's pretty much what I did. I submitted the form. I spoke to Violet. She thinks I should probably try submitting that form like every single day until something happens, because it could get lost in the mess. I don't know how the system works. I feel like it's very unclear. So I'll think about it. I'll just see, take it a day at a time and see what happens. But essentially, that's why I'm not feeling so crash hot today. I didn't even know if I wanted to film this video, to be honest, because I thought, what was the point? Like, I don't even have a channel to upload it to. But then after I had a bit of time to calm down, I just thought to myself, and I'm like, you know what? I love creating videos. I love the video creation process. I love looking at the end result. I love interacting with people on videos. And even if this video gets filmed and it ends up not going onto YouTube, that's fine. I can upload it somewhere else. I can just upload it straight to my blog. I can just keep creating videos. Like, I don't need to use the platform if I'm not allowed to be on that platform anymore. Not that I'm not allowed to be on that platform, because I have probably have like 6-7 other YouTube channels. A lot of them never really took off, and one of them, you know, is the beautiful Fables, so you know, some did take off. But I have that many channels, so I can always just upload to a different channel going forward. But I find it really difficult to do that if I still don't really know what was the problem, like why did I get penalized to begin with. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this shade down here just to deepen the crease a little bit more. On a less like, my channel's gone down, blah 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 side note, you know what's super annoying is that I use my main account to run all my subscriptions. So all the channels that I would watch were subscribed via that main account. And with that main account now gone, I have lost all my subscriptions. So I can't even watch YouTube anymore. I mean, I can, but I don't remember half the people I was subscribed to. I just like watching the videos that popped up. And so I can only watch videos of those that I distinctly remember the name of, which sucks because I don't. It's a poor user experience, let's just be honest. Let me just clarify by saying I work in digital experience in terms of IT and consulting. So now that I've set that context, in the world of user experience, digital user experience, this is terrible. So bad. It just happened today, so I'm gonna take it a step at a time. I'm 90% sure that eventually my appeal will go through and the account suspension will get lifted, because then they'll realize that there was nothing controversial on my channel to begin with. I mean, there are so many channels out there that are so much more controversial and they're fine. And I know it's because they're big YouTubers and they're like popular and everything, and that's fine. I know I'm a small YouTuber, like a really small YouTuber in comparison to the rest of the world, but how can I ever get a chance to grow if things like this happen and I don't know what to do or support myself? You know, I just wish I had some way to get coached or someone to talk to so I could know what to do, what are the best practices, and be diligent about actively trying to grow the channel. So I don't know, I'm just ranting now. I don't even know what this video is going to be like. When I was thinking about filming this video during the week, I was like, it's going to be like a really beautiful get ready with me. You know, I want to film like my outfit and blah 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 blah, like all that stuff. And now I feel like I'm just turning this into a bit of a rant video. And I feel like I've never done a rant video before. Like, I've never sat here and just really bitched about something that pissed me off. And there's a lot of things that piss me off. But I feel like this really bothers me because it feels so unjust. And I always saw YouTube as a great outlet, and I just felt like it was a great community. And it was a good way to escape a lot of the injustices that I see in the world as it is in my day-to-day life. And now this. So I'm going to take the middle shade, this beautiful cranberry shade, and I'm going to work that all over my lid. So I'm going to make it so this is where the drama happens. And I really hope this pans out the way I envisioned in my head, because I'm going to look like I got punched in the face. Or well, maybe not the face, the eye. I might look like I got punched in the eye if it doesn't turn out the way. And that's the other thing about Asian cosmetics. Pigmentation is not their strong fault, so I'm really packing it in. Whereas I feel if I'd gotten like a dose of colors eyeshadow palette, or even a Viseart palette or a Morphe palette, I feel like I would have gotten a lot more pigmentation. Whereas, like, I think I built it up pretty well. I'm gonna have to blend out the edges, but I felt like that was a lot. I had to go in like about 6 or 7 times, so that's not a bad thing. I make it sound like it's a bad thing. That's just the way Asian cosmetics are, because from what I can tell, the general trend in Asia is to not cake your face. And it's a lot more about subtle, natural, beautiful makeup, which is gorgeous, and I love it too. But today I want to cake my face. I feel like my makeup game is not on today because I'm hungry and I'm annoyed. Honestly, it's left me feeling really violated, because even if I got my channel back now, I know this can happen. I know that I could be going along life doing nothing wrong, feeling totally secure, and then my channel just gets taken down. I feel like I read the guidelines, I used my common sense, I'm not going to do anything that I feel violates the guidelines. I always make sure I get permission to use any music, any content, anything, and I try to be as non-offensive as possible. Even when you do all that, you can still be punished. Let's just be honest, it sucks. And nobody else is going to care about this problem except for me, because nobody's in this position. And I'm just going to bring some of that color down under my eyes and then probably smoke it out even more with the dark brown shade. Okay, I think I'm done with the eyeshadow. I don't even know what the next step is. What is the next step? Oh, eyeliner. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyeliner and then I'm gonna do mascara. I was gonna do lashes, but I don't know. I don't feel like doing lashes. I just realized that my phone has been sitting over there the entire time, completely ruining the shot. And you know why I didn't realize that? It's because I have a mirror that is kind of half blocking the screen that I'm looking at, which is plugged into my camera, but it's blocking just that corner, so I never noticed it. So I'm going to go in with an eyeliner. I'm going to go in with this Estee Lauder gel eyeliner that I am not a big fan of, but I want to finish it. And I actually have a lot to go. It's like legitimately still quite full. So I'm going to be using this for a while, but I don't hate it to the point where I feel like I need to just throw it out and change. I think I can get enough use out of this. I think it'll be fine. So I just put on some mascara and then I did my brows. I kind of shaped them up a little bit, but I haven't really done much. My brows are generally on the strong side, so I try not to put too much product in it because I just feel like I don't want them to be like caterpillars. So I'm going to start doing a little bit of light contouring. I'm going to do the blush and then highlighter. But you know, this whole thing, I speak like this whole thing has been happening for like I've been going through like turmoil for the last couple weeks or something, but literally it's all happened today, so it's still fresh. Okay, if I was to not include my income from my day job, which is the majority of my income, like a large majority because all of this is more hobby, but say if I was a YouTuber whose full-time income was coming from YouTube and my account for some reason got suspended, that's like all my income gone just like that until YouTube decide if they feel like fixing it for me. And if they don't, what do I do? Like, I've lost my platform. I'm using this highlighter for the first time. It is, oh, you cannot even see it. It's like, you can kind of see the patterns there. But this is from Dulce of Candy. This is from Dulce Colors. Highlighter is Ice You Baby. And I haven't tried it before, but I've heard good things about it online. So let's just see how well it highlights. Ooh. It's not a very strong highlighter, which is a pity because all their eyeshadows are much stronger. Their eyeshadows are like insanely pigmented, and this is not like, oh, you can kind of start to get a shimmer, but I'm like having to go in pretty heavy for that to turn up. Oh, this is kind of disappointing. I'm gonna try a different brush. This one's a bit heavier, so hopefully you'll pick up more product. But I'm not noticing a huge difference. Can you notice it? Oh, you can kind of see it. It's not as blinding as I was hoping it was going to be because their eyeshadows were so insanely pigmented. I thought surely their highlighters would be equally as pigmented. But their highlighters, guys, are not as pigmented as the eyeshadows, so keep that in mind. I'm definitely getting a highlight, but it's not so impressive. It's like a highlight that I could easily get from even a Bobbi Brown highlighter, and we know Bobbi Brown is pretty natural. So I think I'm pretty much done with the face. I just have the lips to do, and I decided I would go for a nude lip given that my eyes are so heavy. I think I'm gonna go for a bit of a more nude lip. So I'm using lip liner from MAC in Whirl, and I've got another Dulce of Candy. Why do I want to keep saying Dulce of Candy? I don't know why. Dose of Color liquid lipstick in Stone. Lips. I had to overdraw. I always have to overdraw this side of my face because my cupid's bow and my lips are not symmetrical, so I'm always kind of like compensating on this side. But if I don't do it right, and I rarely do it right, kind of look like a freak. So I hope this looks okay. On camera it seems okay. Person, it seems okay. That's my entire makeup look. I'm going to get changed and then get ready to go to dinner. Good chat. If you see this video, then you know that my account was unsuspended. Problem I'm having now is most likely because I'm a smaller YouTuber, so I don't really have anyone looking out for me, I think. But anyways, I'm rambling now. You've got the full story, you've got the full tea. I'm gonna go get changed, go to dinner. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.